Hey, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully amazing. Today, I want to talk about a serious topic, and that's what the state of Pop Mart right now. Pop Mart has taken over the world, as we all know, and I don't know how I feel about how it's become right now. If you don't know, I started collecting Pop Mart last year of 2024 in April, and I collected figures actually. I never collected any of the plushies. I always thought they were ugly, if I'm being honest. It was just another collectible to add to my hobby, and then it turned into a trend when LABUBUS came to the scene. I was like, wow, LABUBUS are cute, yeah, but then they started becoming really trendy and everyone wanted them. And I was like, damn, this is really a big thing right now. Trust me, I didn't get the hype until I got my first LABUBU. I was like, wow, I get it. When I touched and hold and opened the blind box of LABUBU, I was like, I get the hype. I get why people want it so badly. Not that badly, but like, I get why people want them. The accessibility of getting a Pop Mart LABUBU right now is just insane. First of all, it's so impossible to get. Not even LABUBUs, like other IPs from Pop Mart, like Skull Pandas, Crybabies, Demu, Pucky, all of these plushies and collectibles are getting so hard to get right now. And it's been really discouraging from a collector's perspective because I just love collecting Pop Mart.
Open it for me?
Oh my god, the best day ever.
You have a secret? No way!
Point blank period, like I just love collecting Pop Mart as it is, like talking to people, the communities that I was able to build. Like my boyfriend and I collect it, we always love talking about it, collecting, driving to places, ordering online. It was so fun. I'm getting really annoyed, frustrated, impatient with the whole community and how the demand for Pop Mart is just getting so, what's the word, like there's just so many stores and so many fakes and so many resellers. I'm just getting tired, guys. I'm just tired of the hobby right now. That's why I'm taking a break from that. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like me quitting Pop Mart, but right now I'm taking a big small break from Pop Mart, of course, because of this whole phenomenon of getting a plushie or a figure, or there's always new collections which we can never get. Or when we try to buy it, there's always bots or resellers always one step ahead of us. And I don't want to spend double or triple, even quadruple the price of retail just to get a collectible. I posted a TikTok in a short recently. I'm definitely taking a break from Pop Mart for a bit. This user posted that how bad Pop Mart has gone. Employees are suffering, the consumers are suffering, everyone's suffering in this Pop Mart rise. We're grateful for the community and joy that Pop Mart has gotten, but right now it's just at a point where like we can't enjoy the hobby anymore. I shopped at Pop Mart last year in the beginning of this year and the employees were always so welcoming and helpful, but now I just see so many employees suffering because they're just done with our shit. I see it. The customers, all they want to go to Pop Mart is to get LABUBUs, and they like tag down the employees and ask them why they don't have any. I feel so bad for the employees, the families, everyone, honestly. What started as a fun hobby now turned into a competition with everyone, fighting for restocks, fighting scalpers and resellers to get a hold of a collectible. I'm gonna read the responses of the comments. I didn't like read many comments, but I saw a lot of people being really vocal about it, and I'm gonna read their comments and like the community's response. I just said I'm done with Pop Mart. I stated that I kind of miss when LABUBUS was a low-key trend when it was first created. I do love how everyone is embracing the little monsters and how cute they are. I think especially with the world in its uncertainty, it's something our inner child can hold onto and enjoy. I think the trend will slow down. Right now it's at its peak. We all just need to let it run its course when it becomes balanced once more. I hope Pop Mart can give their staff some well-deserved breaks. First off, I totally agree. Like, I love Pop Mart becoming, like, it was first a low-key trend, of course, like how trends always start. I love how it's getting more popular and people were able to like embrace their nostalgia and inner childhood with it. Honestly, it really did embrace my inner childhood, and adults alike are able to buy these collectibles and have that experience, and kids are able to have new experiences with these collectibles. So it's like, I just love what Pop Mart has created. Also in my TikTok, I embrace how the Pop Mart staff are getting mistreated a lot, and that's why this comment said like they wish they could provide more for their staff, because I believe Pop Mart has more than enough money to provide for their staff for better working conditions. With all the stores Pop Mart is having like all throughout the world, they're going international. They're already opening one in like Canada as well. They're all opening everywhere, and I think with more accessibility with Pop Mart stores, I think they should have better work conditions for their employees and workers for sure. Someone said resellers slash scalpers are ruining every hobby that involves collecting. I totally agree. Resellers are so insane. Like, you know, I collect Pokemon cards and One Piece cards, and it's the same thing over and over again. People just buy stuff in bulk and hopefully they can make a small amount of profit. And the stupid thing is, like, consumers, like us consumers, we give in because time that it takes to get these collectibles are just near right impossible. So we just give it to the consumer and it's a recycle. I'm low-key excited because I go to a lot of events and I see all these resellers trying to sell their LABUBUS and no one's giving in, thank God. I do feel like LABUBUS are slowly getting down. Hopefully they just need to sell it for retail how it was supposed to be intended. So also Pop Mart is not doing much to stop these resellers as well. Can we talk about that? Like Pop Mart needs to take accountability of like why their websites are always crashing. They should know the volume of the people. They should have like tickets or pre-order or better checkout systems and all that. Like this limit one per person per account is not really working with them. So I think they need to like have a better system or setup for easier access to the items and everything. I recently deleted the app and stopped following their live. I no longer stress if I don't get the new releases right away, and I'm realizing I don't need to complete entire sets because I feel like before I wanted to collect all the sets before and everything, but now it's just getting more of a chore and more of a hassle to be in this hobby because it is really exhausting. It's so exhausting, and there's new releases every week or every month, and the chances of us getting it, it's just near right impossible. I hate to be a hater, but it's just a thing where something becomes trendy. Like yes, like for example, anime became trendy, it's mainstream now. Pop Mart is now mainstream and I'm kind of mad. I'm grateful because since Pop Mart is mainstream, I was able to give so many opportunities, meet so many great people, and have so many fun experiences. So I am super grateful for it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just expressing how frustrated I am. For the community too, because the community is hella frustrated. Okay, let me read you this one. Part of the problem is Pop Mart itself. Instead of putting a limit on how many you can buy at the stores, they just let the first customer take all the cases, leaving the rest with nothing to buy. I hate when that happens. My vending machines, my in-store pickup, they like don't limit. I know some stores are trying to limit per person now, but it is still a big problem. Also, the quality of workmanship has gone south, leaving customers disappointed when they open a defective one. Almost $30 for one LABUBU is not cheap. Yeah, girl, tell me about it. Why is my LABUBU having lopsided feet? Why is it having one ear bigger than the other? Like, come on. They should at least have better quality control because God knows they could afford to hire more people to inspect them before putting them out to sell. True, and might as well put more secrets in there while you're at it. I like LABUBUs, but I'm not paying the big prices that some resellers ask for. Maybe the craziness will die down and I'll be able to order one online, which is impossible to do right now, like we discussed before. Online is such a horrible option because it's just so many bots out there, girl. It's just ridiculous. People fighting over them, scalpers and sellers charging a lot of money for fakes. So dumb. Also the damn fakes. So many fakes out there and so many people not vocalizing that they are fakes, so people don't know if they're buying a real one or authentic one or not. The robo machines are actually so bad. They're much worse than the in-person stores, because in-person stores there's like employees, but the vending machines there's no moderation or no like security for it, so anyone can just buy the whole stock, which is insane. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna get cute blind boxes from Kika Goods or Minaso until Pop Mart cleans up its act. I totally agree. I want to explore different blind boxes companies and options. I know I already shop a lot of different blind boxes companies, but now I find my love for all these amazing figures and collectibles and plushies. I want to explore different options, and there's so many better options out there as well. Of course I would love Pop Mart regardless, and I want to continue supporting them, but it's getting a lot harder to support them when, as an average consumer who doesn't get sent stuff, how do you expect all these content creators getting their fair share of the toys where us can't even get any by purchasing them? I find that super diabolical, if I'm being honest, because I feel like so many amazing people are sharing their fun with all these plushies and blind boxes, but they're able to get it really easily, and us consumers are fighting people in line, waiting hours in line just to get one, maybe two of these blind boxes. I just don't know how people are able to buy so many in bulk when there's so many kids out there that just want one LABUBU for themselves for retail price. All of my Pop Mart, mainly I think 90% is all retail price. Most of it is all retail, and if I do buy over retail, it's not more than double, if anything. I hated waiting 7 p.m. PST on the Pop Mart website to maybe get in line to get a plushie. Guys, I kind of called out work, try to get a restock. Like, it was that bad. It was so bad. And one of the comments mentioned the price increase. Like, I totally forgot they increased the price. It is by a couple dollars, but it adds up, girl. Like, it's crazy. LABUBUs used to be under $30, like 23, 24 retail, and now they're borderline 30 bucks, $32. Not only that, the other Pop Mart plushies are increasing in prices too, like the Skull Panda, and the price increase is not generally a Pop Mart's fault, but of course it's like the economy and the state of the world, but still it's getting more of a privilege to get these collectibles, and a lot of them are chance and gotcha, so you might as well buy the whole set at that point, right? It's been so long that I forgot to open the Pop Mart website, and when I did open the Pop Mart app, I forgot they changed the layout quite a lot now. What the heck? I do like the previous layout a lot more. I just hope in the future that they're able to provide more for their consumers, for their workers, for the overall general public. Because I want all of you to experience the amazing company of Pop Mart and what they have to offer with all of their IPs, their original IPs, their LABUBUs, Skull Pandas, all of them. Because they are amazing. They're also cute and they bring so much joy in my life and hopefully a lot of your lives too. Like looking at all my figures and plushies, I can recall so many memories and so many yelling, screams, crying from all of them. So it just brings me so much joy, and I just hate to see Pop Mart at this state. So right now I am breaking up with Pop Mart, but hopefully in the future we're able to talk it out, have a little rekindle, and like maybe make up. I'm just gonna take a small break. I'm not cheating on you. I am gonna take a financial break and focus more on different hobbies. So let's try to find a new hobby, honestly. Like I went through Sony Angels, Smitskis, Pokemon, One Piece, anime, manga, Pop Mart, gaming, gacha. Like girl, I'm a diehard. I'm the general audience of these companies. I'm just excited to see what my next phase or hobby is, because that's part of life where I just sting onto a hobby and try to grow from there. But I'm forever grateful for Pop Mart, and hopefully I get to see them soon. I'm still gonna shop here and there, but not too crazy. I'm still gonna window shop at their stores and online stores until I find something that's more reasonable. But girl, whenever I find something cute, it's always out of stock, so there's not really much point. It's just like a fantasy, honestly. One thing that kind of like throws me off a little bit is Pop Mart's always releasing new collections and new collabs, but they're never restocking their previous popular collabs. What's up with that? I don't really understand, because they have like one major drop from like their release date, but then weeks later, months later, they never have another restock, which is actually insane. And how are all these resellers getting 10, 20 boxes of all these new sets? Like I don't understand this too, guys. Alright, it's been a couple days for sure. And this Labubu thing, I started this video like it was a fun like kiki moment, but things are getting pretty serious. One of my subscribers sent me this post on Instagram showing that conspiracists claim Labubus are possessed by the ancient demon Pazuzu. Guys, I didn't know it was this serious. I knew people would joke around the community like, oh, Labubus are demons, they're all demons, but like, damn, there are whole ass articles that people are saying that Labubus are demonic. And people are really serious about this. Some have burned their dolls out of fear. That's crazy. That's actually insane. It's crazy because all of Pop Mart's characters and IPs, they all have history in the story making, and the artist tells the information about the creature that they're making, about the artist, about the product and the brand that they're making. They're always really transparent, and I always knew that Labubus were supposed to be like this light-hearted little, I thought it was a bunny, a rabbit, elf-like, like fantasy vibe of like a bunny. That was my perception of Labubus, never demonic in any sense. In the same slide, the designer of Labubu, Hong Kong's artist Kaising Leung, said in 2024, Labubu is based on Nordic lore and fairy tale. Leung, who grew up in the Netherlands, took inspiration from his childhood stories about whimsical, mischievous creatures like trolls and elves. Like already there, I think it's been debunked that when people claim that Labubus are demons, like no, they're not. This interview happened because Labubu became popular, but even before the interview, they already expressed that Labubus were not demonic or associated with demons whatsoever, even after the rise and popularity of Labubus. Labubu has a family, you guys know this, the family tree, Makoko, Zamono, all of the Labubu family. They're all under this kind of fairy tale category. They have a lot of playful, like kid-like characteristics, and it's crazy how people are depicting this as how Labubus are demonic, which I don't think they are whatsoever. People are saying the teeth design is similar to demons, but no, a lot of characters, you know, like Five Nights at Freddy's, everything, they have these type of designs. Like, come on guys. I still think Labubu is a rabbit, but that's just my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, they do look similar, but guys, that type of teeth design is so common in many cartoons and many fantasy settings. Like, this isn't super outrageous. It's just a coincidence. It even said Labubu is depicted as a kind-hearted but somewhat clumsy monster who often causes unintended chaos. So he's just a little baby. He's trying to have some good in the world, but he's just perceived very poorly, like how he is right now. I also have to mention The Simpsons. The Simpsons are always somehow predicting the future. Anna said in this Instagram post that in addition, conspiracy theorists drew connections to an episode in The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror that aired in October of 2017. In this episode, the family received a statue of Pazuzu, unaware that it is a demon. A lot of people are putting two and two together that this character in The Simpsons is similar to Labubu as it is. Reading this article, I don't know much about demons and all that, guys. I'm just a regular guy on the internet collecting Labubus. Okay, so I was like, what the hell is a Pazuzu? But I guess they look similar, but they're kind of like stretching a lot of the details, if I'm being honest. I think it's really getting to a point where I don't think Labubu's history and lore was ever supposed to be that serious, but here we are. When things become popular, there's gonna be really diehard haters, and we see that. People are burning their Labubus, throwing away their Labubus, really being vocal about it, but that also equates to a lot of memes towards it, and I find that kind of comical as well. But what are your thoughts? I don't want to talk too much about demons because once again, I'm just a regular guy on the internet talking about LABUBUS. I don't want to get too much into that, guys, because I think LABUBUS are just intended to be fun little quirky collectibles, never to be depicted as this serious, intense character. Little brown bunny, he's so cute. Like, isn't he so adorable? But I love you guys all so much. Hope you guys have a beautiful day, and make sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Bye guys. Mwah. My next video is gonna be for sure more shopping, so expect some more shopping.